Hi everyone, my name is Aaron and I am going to show you how to make mojito. Now, it's not the mojito that you think I'm about to show you. This is something I learned probably in the 1990s from one of my mom's friends, Mirta, who's from Puerto Rico. And her mojito is a little different. It's a dip for chips. It takes the primary ingredients, tomatoes, garlic, avocado, capers, and artichoke hearts, and makes them into an amazingly good dip that is good for parties, good for sitting around, good for watching movies. It's a all-around awesome dip. Okay, so let's get right into it. So the first thing I do is I take the avocado, I open it up. I don't like avocado peelers or whatever. I like to do it all by hand. It's just easier for me. I've tried the ones where you scoop out the innards, and this, I just do the sections there, take a spoon, dive it right in, and it comes mostly right out. Getting the pit out, not such a hard thing to do. I just press down a little bit on the cutting board. Stick my knife crosswise and it pulls right out. I've done that rather than stick my knife in because I've actually cut my hand pretty good doing it that way. So it's important to dice your avocado because you want it to be bite-sized chunks when you're in there with chips rather than whatever. I suppose you could mash it, but this isn't really a guacamole. It's, you know, it's a dip, so that's a little different. Okay, so you want to make sure that your avocados are all diced up so that they're nice bite-sized chunks for your tortilla chips. Scoop right out. Next ingredient, this is a really easy one, capers. Now capers are salty. They're, I don't actually know what capers are. They're a little funky, but they're great. This adds such a great kick to the dip. It's a salty kick. So I have, right now I have 1/3 of a cup with juice. And I just dumped in. So that's our capers. Next thing is the garlic. So what's great about this dip is that the garlic gives it a nice bite. I'm using 5 cloves right now. You can use more, you can use less, but I like the garlic bite. So I'm using fresh garlic here because I think that when you buy the pre-peeled stuff, that's so easy to use. I love it for that reason. But I think it doesn't quite have the same kick that freshly peeled organic garlic does. I'm a big organic food eater. So that's going right in the bowl there. So that's gone in the bowl. Next thing is the artichoke hearts. Artichoke hearts have a great texture, great taste. They're part of what makes this such an amazing dip. These, again, they're just going to get diced up. They go on your chips, so bite size is the rule of the road here. I don't have any real good method for cutting artichoke hearts. It's just cut them. Cut them to pieces is my goal. I use quartered. This is a full can of quartered artichoke hearts. So that's these guys all cut up. They're going also in the bowl. All right, so the last ingredient here is tomatoes. These are Roma tomatoes. I like these. They have a little bit more sour kick to them than regular tomatoes, but I've used regular tomatoes as well. The recipe calls for 12 Roma tomatoes. I'm not such a huge tomato guy that I want 12, but you could use 12. But I'm only using 4 Roma tomatoes because I like the taste of the tomato not to overwhelm everything else. So here we go with the tomatoes. These are also going to get diced up just like every other one of the ingredients so that it sits nicely on the chip without falling off or doing anything funny. So just dice your tomato up. Nice cubes. Pop it in the bowl here. It's nice to have a nice sharp knife while doing this so that you don't smash the tomato or whatever. It just cuts right through the skin like it's butter, which also would cut right through my thumb if I'm not careful. But we're not doing that today. We're not cutting up Aaron, we're cutting up tomatoes. So that's our last ingredient there. Now, the only thing that remains is olive oil. I'm using 1/3 cup of olive oil. Again, this is something that, you know, you can kind of adjust as you need to. That's about 1/3 cup of olive oil. That's about the right amount. You want to put the oil in, the olive oil in particular, because it helps get everything like greasy. For lack of a better word, it makes everything greasy in there. It just helps when you're eating it, like it just helps like it go down a little bit better. It helps it like feel better on your teeth, I guess. And also it just adds a great flavor. So now everything's in the bowl. We can just mix it up. Look at that. That is a tasty looking dip right there. So right now my dip's a little on the less salty side. That's okay. I can add salt if I wanted to, or I could add more capers, which also would add a salty, you know, element to this. But quite frankly, chips are salty, tortilla chips, and it's probably salty enough. And there you go. That's my mojito. A little bit different, definitely tasty. So here we go, mojito. Enjoy. Oh, right. Let's just run through the ingredients real quick. The ingredients are Roma tomatoes, as many as 12, as few as 2. Or none if you don't like tomatoes. Avocado, 1 avocado, 2 avocados if you like avocado a lot. Capers, I used about 1/3 cup. Olive oil, again about 1/3 cup. 5 cloves of garlic, maybe more, maybe less. And that's this recipe. So I hope you enjoy it. Thank you. Have a good time.